So last October, I rode that with my son, and we did 33 miles on the Music City Bikeway, and I weighed more than I weigh today. So I've been on kind of a weight loss plan all year, and this year, I've only ridden this all year. I've ridden this one time, but this, I've put about 550 miles, which is not a lot of miles on this, but I would just do it on my gym days, off gym days. And then I did a 10-mile bike ride last week, and I had a blowout and got that fixed. So I think my bike's ready to roll. And what I wanted to do today was redo the bike ride that I did last year, and we kind of knocked off before we got to the end. I think now that I weigh less, I can make it to the end this time without the jelly leg sitting in. So I've not really done a lot of riding on my bike this year, but I'm going to go try to do, it'll probably wind up being about a 40-mile ride. That'll be the longest ride of the year for sure. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm starting off on the Greenway out in Bellevue, and my goal is to go on the Music City Bikeway. I'll link up with it at Edwin Warner and Percy Warner. So I'll kind of go through the Greenway here, over to Edwin Warner, over to Percy Warner, and then I'll be on the Music City Bikeway. It's a pretty day. It's early September, and we're getting an unseasonably cool day. So I think it tops out at 85 today. It's like in the mid 70s now. All right, so I'm through Edwin Warner, went up the road. I like this ride a lot because there's no major roads. I'm not fighting traffic. It's all greenways and parks, probably 95% of it. And then on the roads that you are on, you can you're either off and on real quick, or you can go on unheavily trafficked areas. This is a real hilly part, so I'm going real slow, granny gear, and I'm gonna probably walk, because this is not really the Music City Bikeway. This is just how I get to it, which adds, I don't know how many miles, probably at least 10 miles to the front of it to come from Bellevue. And some of it's hilly, so I'm not gonna mess with that. So I'm walking up this giant hill. This is the biggest hill, and like I said, it's not even on the Music City Bikeway. I lift weights 4 days a week, so anytime I do something like this, it kind of cuts into my weight training schedule, which is a priority. I do like bike riding, and it helps with recovery, but it only helps if you use it in that aspect. And generally I try to stay between 120 and 145 on my heart rate. I'm obviously higher than that right now, which will also make the ride go harder, because if you burn up all your stuff, it makes the end of the ride not fun. When I do have high heart rate, I try to limit it and not go too high. So my heart's up right now, but I'm not really burning my legs up pedaling up a hill. I'm just walking and pulling my bike with me, which makes it a little harder, and filming. But I do that for my subscribers because y'all are so important to me. More important than training goals in the gym, more important than bike rides. The most important, especially two special subscribers. That'd be my wife, who I force to watch every video, and she does it usually without complaint. And then my mother, she watches every video too, but she has to. It's kind of a rule with moms. Whether they want to or not, they're stuck. Sorry, Mom. So I'm at the actual Music City Bikeway. I haven't really stopped yet to eat. I'm probably gonna stop here since I'm having to stop for the train anyway. Try to keep stuff going in. So I'll do that now while I'm waiting on this giant train. So I made it to downtown Nashville. I still haven't really stopped. I've stopped to like grab a little to eat, but I still haven't really stopped. 2 hours in, it's getting to be about 80 degrees. The Tennessee Volunteers, who are a horrible team, Roll Tide. They're playing in Nashville today, their season opener. My son Preston and Max and Pops, he's not my son, he's my father-in-law. They're all in there watching the stupid, idiotic Tennessee Vols play. Bunch of rednecks. If they had smarts, they'd go on down the road to MTSU, watch Alabama whoop up on them. Roll Tide. Anyway, Preston went with me on the last ride, and now he's sitting in there probably eating a hot dog. Big old fat thing. I hope they have fun. I'm having more fun than I would have in there, even if it were Alabama. This is more fun to me. I love riding. It's a beautiful day. Nashville's beautiful. If you don't have to drive in Nashville, it's even better. If you're on a bike, it's great. So I'm gonna go across this bridge, the pedestrian bridge, and then I'm gonna go up the river that way. The park that the Greenway runs on it's called Shelby Bottoms Park, and it just runs on the Cumberland River, and then I'll cross the Cumberland River on a pedestrian bridge, and then we're headed to the dam after that. I actually feel great. I'm contemplating just riding home and not having Emily come pick me up. I don't know. Seems like too much. Probably too much. Don't do it, Dino. So I beat the hill that I did not beat last time. I motored right on up it. I was fine. I mean, my legs fell apart on that hill last time. It's not a very big hill either. It was just, you're about 29 miles in, and it's a ways to go when you're not used to it. Today though, it was fine. One of the reasons I wanted to do this ride was I've lost a bunch of weight since I did it the last time. I think I looked up, I was 188. I'd been weightlifting and just eating a ton. And I got up to 193 by the end of that year. But last October I was 188. And I think this week I weighed in at 166. So I'm significantly lighter, which makes a huge difference on a bike. I mean, I'm just on a little skinny tire bike anyway, so those are pretty easy to ride anyway. But I mean, losing 20 pounds, you're just not pulling 20 pounds up a hill. Plus, I'm probably in a little better shape. I don't know. I'm not in better bike shape because I haven't ridden much this year other than, just 10-mile spurts on my air bike, like I said. And I have not ridden this bike other than last weekend, 9 miles. I've not ridden this bike since the October trip that we took last year. So I'm just past where I left off last year. I'm going straight to the dam. I should be there in no time. So if everything finishes up well, I'll be in good shape. So I call this a success. I've got a couple of other bike trips that I want to take, maybe this fall. Part of the reason I'm doing this solo is Emily is back at home. So on our last trip, she tripped over a root and broke 2 toes. And so she's got a pin in her toe and she can't really, it's Labor Day weekend. We were supposed to go on a camping trip this weekend and we had to cancel that. So this is my Labor Day activity. It was a beautiful day on Saturday. I figured this is the best day to do it. Get her done and plan the next trip. Stones River. Made it today. So 37 miles. Emily's gonna come pick me up. She's a trooper. We appreciate Emily. because I didn't want to ride all the way back. Although I feel like I could. If I had enough food, nutrition, and I stopped here and had a break, had some lunch, I could probably make it back. But it is getting hot. Maybe later this fall. Here comes my ride. She's crossing the dam for me. Oh, damn. Damn, that's a good looking truck. It's a good looking rig. I feel all right after the ride. But first day back at the gym, my tushy is a little sore. We'll work it out.
We're going over the rules.
What are the rules, Mom?
The rules are don't get hit by a car.
Oh, okay. That's a good rule.
Be careful.
We're doing the Music City Bikeway today. Max is with me. It's cold, 55 degrees. Mom's dropping us off. She's going to pick us up at the end so we don't have to do the there and back.
What is that? I'm the support.
Mom's the real MVP. She's the support today. It's all fun today. First time for Max. This is my 5th time doing it. Best ride in Nashville. All right, we're at Bicentennial Park. Max, your turn. Do a wheelie all the way. Do it.
I'll do a 180.
It's 1 foot wide. Do it, yeah. Stop and do a 180. Then jump back up, bounce, do a 180 the rest of the way. Do it.
Maybe in a couple years.
Yeah, maybe later. What'd you think?
It's light work.
Light work, 30 miles.
Taco Bell after was a lifesaver.
Get some Taco Bell after the 30-mile bike ride.